Well, hello and how are you? It's me once again. I think we're at blog 81. I'm pretty sure. Let me check to be sure. Pretty close to it, that's for sure. Could be blog 82. Yeah, it is blog 82. Alrighty, that being said, this is March the 23rd. And so, therefore, I figured I'd talk at you again today. I was thinking about singing some Jimmy Driftwood songs today, but I found a link and I sent that link to my dad because, well, I thought he'd be interested in it. I didn't know if he knew it existed. He is a huge Jimmy Driftwood fan. Some of y'all may not know who Jimmy Driftwood is, but if you ever heard songs like the Tennessee Stud and one of his most famous songs is the Battle of New Orleans. Well, he wrote them and about 500 and 600 other songs. Well, I tell you what, that man could sing. And not only that, he never wrote them down. He wrote down the words, but he never wrote down any of the music to the songs. He'd just pick up a song and he'd start singing it, and he'd start frailing his guitar that was made out of the headboard of a bed, and he'd start playing that, and he'd know every note all the way through it, and he'd frail more like he was playing a banjo, only he was playing a guitar. But that being said, it was I posted that, sent that over to my dad in a link. So I hope he enjoys it as much as I figure I will. I'll be listening to it quite a bit because, well, I'm a big fan of Jimmy Driftwood myself. Oh, look at there. Got my hand all up in my straw. Yeah, I was going to sing one. I sang one once before. It was all about the man with his got a wife. I got a wife around here. She's got corns on her toes as big as goose eggs. But that don't affect her appetite none. She can eat a gallon of molasses and a dozen biscuits any old sitting down. Well, Lucy licked the ladle and it down and rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in the corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Yeah, that's the one I sang. I sung at a time while back in one of my other blogs. So if you want to check that out, you can go to my Facebook page at Hello and How Are You, and you can check it out right there. The reason my voice went into that is because that there is how that song was sung. In that kind of rhythm, the voice and the rhythm. He also done all kinds of songs like Tennessee Stud. He wrote that. He also wrote Spittin' Mule and there's so many of them. Run, Johnny, run. Run, Johnny, run. You gotta get away, run, Johnny, run. You gotta get away. Well, come about the morning time, I heard them Federals say. And I yelled up the hill to the Johnny. I said, run, Johnny, run. You gotta get away. Anyway, that was a good song of his, too. He also had a song out there about, back in Arkansas, up in the hills where Jimmy Driftwood was born and raised, there was a thing where people had lost their limbs, and if you they would bury those limbs, but if you buried them limbs kind of bent or not straight or something, they would cause the person who still had that limb, who had missed that limb, awful pain, and so they would have to go and dig up that limb and straighten it out, which brings us to a song called Straighten Out My Leg. And that's what one of his songs was. It was like, straighten out my leg, straighten out my leg. Oh, glory to you. Dig it up and straighten out my leg. It's causing me some severe pain. Just dig up my leg and straighten out my leg. Anyway, that's not exactly the way it goes. But hey, if you go to YouTube and you look up Jimmy Driftwood and you'll check him out. There's a whole list of his songs on there, so check it out. You might be interested. Some of those songs is pretty good. Anyway, I hope my dad enjoys that link. I didn't see any videos actually of Jimmy performing anything. I did see cover pictures of him, like on his 100th birthday. Somebody came out and done a little bit of a recording with him, and he sang a couple of songs back then. But I didn't see anything with him actually performing the song. So that being said, most of it's just what am I gonna say? Just got a picture of his album cover, or maybe a picture of him himself. Yeah, this is the second take of this one because I was going to sing and then I couldn't find what I wanted to sing, so I didn't sing, and then got to talking about politics, and I didn't want to talk about politics, so I turned around and come back and started all over. I just didn't know what else to do, so here I am talking to you right here in St. Charles, live from St. Charles, Missouri. Shenandoah Briscoe bringing it to you one more time. Well, let's see. Yeah, my neighbor down the street, she's got a groundhog woodchuck. Well, I looked up woodchuck, and that's what it showed was a picture of woodchuck. But then at the same time, right there after it said something about groundhog, and I think they're closely related, but I do not believe that they are the same thing. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up on a random search engine here, and I will search it out one more time just to make sure. Wake up. Show me a woodchuck. Cut that. Paste that. Go to sleep. Alrighty, here we go. We got woodchucks, woodchuck pictures, facts, and information. That's what we're looking for. Yep, there's a woodchuck, alright. There are 500 million woodchucks, and plus names, births, deaths, marriage, divorces. Wait a minute, that ain't got anything to do with it. Anyway, there's a woodchuck eating an apple, and another little picture of a woodchuck there. And there's Chucky the woodchuck. Groundhogs on a rock-by pond. Now see, that's what I'm saying. A groundhog looks mighty much like a woodchuck, but I don't know if they're the same thing or not. Groundhog Day kind of make a woodchuck and a groundhog look pretty much. See, that says a woodchuck eating, and a woodchuck. Does that say woodchuck there? No, this says groundhog in July, and then this says woodchuck eating an apple, and they look quite similar, which is weird because I don't think that a woodchuck and a groundhog are the same thing. They may be. Let me go back and check this out on the Wikipedia thing. Images, woodchucks, pictures, facts, and information. The woodchuck, Morto monax, is also commonly called a groundhog. So I guess in some areas he pre-readed at me from his burrow with searing hatred in his eyes. Okay, well, anyway, groundhogs and woodchucks are the same thing, apparently. Some areas they call them groundhogs, some areas they call them woodchucks, but they're both mammals and or rodents. Okay, I guess that's what it is. Groundhog Animal National Geographic. What to do about woodchucks? The Humane Society says, and woodchuck stock photos and images. Groundhogs is the same thing. So a groundhog and a woodchuck are the same thing. So apparently, there you go. I didn't know that. I thought that they were two different entities, but they are not. They are the same. That's kind of like a mountain lion and a cougar and a puma. All three are the same animal in the United States, but depending on what area of the United States you are in, they are three different. They're the same animal. They're just called three different names. So there you go. We've had lions in the United States for years and years and years. Mountain lions, that's right. Not to be confused with the African beast of a lion. You know what I'm saying. You know, Simba. Yeah, Simba. And his pappy. What was his pappy's name? Mufasa. That's right, Mufasa. Yeah. Taught my dog that, or taught my mom and dad's dog that one too. From the movie Lion King, I taught their dog to growl at you whenever you'd say Mufasa. I'd say Mufasa, and he'd go, "Arr." And I'd say, do it again, and he'd go, "Arr." Yeah, that was just like right out of the lines from when Whoopi Goldberg, she was the one of the laughing hyenas, and well, she was let me get that thing out of my way. She was one of the hyenas, and she was afraid of Mufasa. It made her laugh, basically. It didn't scare her, but it made her laugh. But it gave chills to her and scared her. Yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, that was a good movie. I really liked The Lion King. Disney pretty much puts together a good movie anytime they put one together. And now Pixar, they're out there with the Disney and Pixar. They put together good stuff all together. I got a chance to see that Frozen movie. You know, my roommate, she went ahead and bought the movie, so I can get sick and tired of the song just like everybody else does. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the theme song of the Frozen Princess, and I don't remember it, so I ain't gonna bring it up because I don't want anybody's kids in the background driving them nuts with it. You know what I'm saying. Gonna have me some good eats tonight, though. I tell you what, got some chicken going, I believe. Had my roommate had to go out and get some butter because we ran out of butter, and she's gonna get some vinegar and stuff like that. Household supplies. That's what we needed. And she'll be back in a minute with all that junk. But that being said, my time's just about up, and I would hate to run over again. So, hey, this is Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? You know, God loves you, and so do I. You all be blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty then? Alrighty then. Actually, I've got another 30 seconds to go, so what am I going to do for 30 seconds? I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't think I can hold my breath quite that long. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow, alright? Alrighty then. Goodbye.